Here we go! Woohoo!
Hello, Cassie here. Mario is quite possibly the most consistently quality gaming series today, to the point that even his worst outings are only games. We live in a current age of Mario where every type of Mario game is being supported, and the series has given enough for any type of fan to get attached to. With some of the most creative and fun games ever made on its back, it has proven that Mario is a gaming icon for a reason. From RPGs to racing games to party games, no matter what Mario does, there's always a certain level of quality that one can expect. Until Nintendo pulls a funny and decides to go, nope, it's bad now. But every legend has history, and Mario's no different. His birthplace in the arcades with Donkey Kong and Mario Bros, we saw Shigeru Miyamoto evolve his vision of Mario, until we eventually got the first era of Mario. The Big Bang, if you will. 1985. Super Mario Bros. Releases and essentially gives the birth to the 2D platformer as it's known today. You run, and you jump. Oh my god, video games. You run and jump through the Mushroom Kingdom to rescue Princess Peach from the evil tyrant Bowser. This game was for sure groundbreaking, and as it is the granddad to some gems of masterpieces of games that have come out since. But that doesn't really matter today. The question is, do I like it? Mario 1 has a really great game feel, with enemies having multiple ways you can interact with them, which is something I've learned to appreciate with time after playing a comically large amount of bad mobile game platformers. With the options of jumping over them and letting them go away, jumping on them to kill them, killing with a shell, tagging a hit to walk through them, or using a flamethrower. Having all these ways to deal with make the game so much more enjoyable, as opposed to all enemies being giant block walls I have to wait for them to move. It's a game that obviously had hard work and passion pour into it, but I had a bunch of little issues that made me know I hate it, I don't enjoy it, don't make me play it anymore, please, I'm begging. Mario 1's strongest part is World 1 basically. Will suddenly get comically difficult immediately. There's a reason why most people only remember going from 1-1, then 1-2, with it and then not playing the game anymore, that's it, they're done. Some later levels will make me wish my controller was made of golden testicles so they wouldn't ever turn blue. I have died so many times to one drop that I couldn't quite nail, or getting fucked over for almost 10 minutes straight to one hammer bro I had no clue to beat. Skill issue! And this accounting for the fact that I went through the game normally and experienced the escalation of difficulty. No shit someone who skipped here would make it. Mario 1 has given me so many bullshit deaths that make me feel a little more like Donald Duck with every oopsie. I was jumping, I slipped on a little tight corner of the platform, and momentum threw me off the ledge. The game that went fuck you, go back to title screen, play the entire game again, 1-1, have fun. It wouldn't be half as annoying if the game had a proper save feature, or hell, even if it didn't have lives, you know, the worst game mechanic ever. This game is wasting my time, and wasting my time to redo a challenge isn't fun. You know who likes wasting my time? Benito Mussolini, but you feel stupid now, Todd Howard. But, yeah, I guess it makes sense looking back on the historical context, as this was probably done to increase playtime. After all, you're paying $7.5 today monies for this. I want something that lasts a while too. But just because it makes sense for how it's made, doesn't mean it's fun with how it's made. There's a fun fact. Did you know that in the Game & Watch version of Mario 1, you actually don't need to beat the game to be able to press B and choose the world to start in? Probably done to accommodate for the fact there's no save states, and that you're meant to pick it up and play. That means that even Nintendo acknowledges how annoying restarting is and how fucking bad of a choice lives were. Mario 1 isn't a game I want to pick up and keep playing, so of course I had to buy 6 different versions of this one game in order to prove how much I don't want to play it. After you lose all your lives, it can feel like a chore to go back to 1-1, or if you use a secret code, you can jump into the world where you left off. It's called cheating. That's the secret sauce. Being unable to play through a level you left off at once you pick the game back up can make the game feel samey and very, very bland. I mean, even if it has 32 levels, it doesn't feel like they're special. Going through all these levels doesn't feel fun or memorable, especially later on when we get to some of the harder parts. You know, you die a lot. And if you play the game on original software, you're going back to the start of the level. I mean, not this level, the start of 1-1. Holy shit. A cool thing done in the Game & Watch version is that you can just jump back into it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a cool thing done with the Game & Watch version, which you should totally buy for $100 right now off of me only. We're only reselling this piece of shit because Nintendo hates having products. You know, as opposed to Sonic, I think the biggest reason why this game is still seen as a must-play and wasn't absolutely murdered in cold blood by Mario 3 like my uncle. Hey Jeremy, how you doing? Oh, well, he's dead. Is because it's very much so a product of its time. With a special, distinct look. I mean, in those times, no two Mario games looked alike or played the same. That was until, you know, Nintendo teamed up with Satan to make videojuegos and made the new soup for Mario Brothers. That game has its own sound, which is instantly recognizable. Fuck! The sprites will probably get carved into caves with how iconic they are, and its sound design works well to be responsive by giving all your actions and your consequences some type of feedback. However, Mario 1 lacks any, well, I'll say interesting locales. Its present themes were all later refined in mainline Mario games due to how bad it was here, to the point of even becoming tropes in later games. I mean, you got underground, blue sky brick world, grass, underwater, and land, sky, trees? Platform? I think that's a hill. I really can't tell. There's slight variation of colors, such as when you go to El Mundo Hueco from Bleach, and everything turns monochrome, which, while epic in concept, doesn't change things enough to feel like a new place. Instead, it feels like a color swap, which it is. A great example, though, of how to do this is the underground level. It's just a blue brick world made of the assets from the first level, yet a different song, differently designed level layout, and some color tweaking in enemies made it into one of the most well-known levels in gaming. The game as is only stands out aesthetically due to its obvious limitations and weird choices, such as making Mario be colored this way, or the levels being all made up of from the same parts. Its music is uniform to a fault, with a lot of tracks being reheard a lot, while giving its own style. Looking back, it could get a little tedious, especially when I was having a punish dog. Possibly my biggest issue with Mario 1 is just how getting to the level's rhythms gets harder as the game goes, losing my investment over time. With 1-1, the game feels like a rhythm game in a way. You're stopping on those Koopas and you're blazing through everything. Even going slow, it feels like you're doing the right thing. Meanwhile, other levels, it feels like I'm forced to guess what speed the level wants from me. Am I meant to bomb rush this, or am I meant to wait? Oop, guess I picked wrong. Time to redo the entire game if you don't beat the game first. Obviously, you shouldn't be able to press right and beat the whole game to bypass everything a level has to offer. But the issue is those moments when the game does expect you to be rushing through, and you just feel like the game slapped you in the face for how you were conditioned by the game to play it. It feels unfair and unfun. Huh? Oh, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Hello, Cat Edition here. Oh. Okay, I take note of that. Boop. I'm getting evicted due to my takes on Mario 1. Small nitpick time. I don't like Mario. Why is he so red? I don't like how if you get hit by the fire flower, you go back to small Mario. This kind of makes the fire flower feel less useful, making me not really try to look for blocks with power-ups so big, because the constant assault that happens while I'm trying to find it. It should be you go to big station instead of entering flaccid mode when you get hit. And while I'm on my bitching box, power-ups are the perfect example of why I found this game to be bland. You got mushrooms, fireflies, and the star. Before you said, I know it's the first game, please don't kill me. Some boring stuff, especially knowing what powers would come later in Mario, Sure, fireballs enable a new way to interact with enemies, but that's kinda saying that your bread has great stuff in it because you put butter on it. Butter isn't bad, but when I'm eating bread, I might want a distinct flavor aside from just butter. Mario Gear 1 is in large aspects the oatmeal of video games for me. It's lost enough to be bounced back with, it's oatmeal. It really couldn't have been any more for its time. Which is valid, and it even has plenty of qualities packed into the experience when you choose to eat it. In the case of Mario 1 being some gameplay stuff, and in the case of oatmeal, there's plenty of good nutritional factors in oatmeal. However, when put in front of a bunch of breakfast food, I will always prefer the more thought out cereals that choose their own distinct styles and flavors over the bland, generic, old oatmeal. Which, while great for its time, with things to appreciate, I really can't say I enjoy eating. Also in this analogy, chocolate milk is safe state because holy moly that makes it so much more bearable to go through the game. Oh man, I need some milk for my Mario! Oh, and also a new house, but